In the midst of the darkness of oppression and tyranny that engulfed Makkah during the early years of prophethood, a bright light emerged, a light that would bring strength and hope to the oppressed believers. This light was the courageous conversion of Hamzah bin Abdul-Muttalib, a moment that marked a turning point in the history of Islam. The incident, the story of Hamzah's conversion, is both remarkable and inspiring. It was the 6th year of prophethood, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was enduring the relentless persecution of the Quraysh. One day as the Prophet, peace be upon him, sat quietly on the hillock of Safa, Abu Jahl, the archenemy of Islam, passed by. Seething with hatred, Abu Jahl began to hurl insults at the Prophet, peace be upon him, mocking and reviling the religion he preached. The Prophet, peace be upon him, in his usual manner of patience and restraint, remained silent and did not retaliate. But Abu Jahl, emboldened by his own malice, took a stone and struck the Prophet's head, causing it to bleed. Satisfied with his act of aggression, Abu Jahl left the scene and joined his fellow Qurayshites at their usual gathering place, feeling triumphant in his vile behavior. Shortly after this, Hamzah bin Abdul-Muttalib, the uncle of the Prophet, peace be upon him, returned from a hunting expedition. As he walked through Makkah, his bow slung over his shoulder, a slave girl belonging to Abdullah bin Jada'an approached him. She had witnessed the entire incident, and with a mix of anger and sorrow, recounted to Hamzah how Abu Jahl had insulted and physically attacked his nephew. Hamzah's reaction. The news struck Hamzah like a bolt of lightning. Known for his courage and strong sense of honor, Hamzah was deeply offended by the injustice done to his nephew. Without a moment's hesitation, he made his way to the Kaaba, where Abu Jahl was sitting with a group of Quraysh leaders. The atmosphere was tense as Hamzah, filled with righteous anger, approached the gathering. Without warning, Hamzah raised his bow and struck Abu Jahl on the head, leaving a visible mark. His voice resonated through the courtyard as he declared, "Ah, you have been abusing Muhammad, peace be upon him. I too follow his religion and profess what he preaches." The shock of Hamzah's bold declaration rippled through the gathering. The men of Bani Makhzum, Abu Jahl's clan, stood up to defend him. But the men of Bani Hashim, Hamzah's clan, were quick to step forward as well. A confrontation seemed imminent, but Abu Jahl, sensing the gravity of the situation, intervened. He admitted to the crowd, "Let Abu Umara alone, by Allah I did revile his nephew shamelessly." His admission diffused the tension and the potential clash was averted. The transformation. Hamzah's conversion was initially driven by his pride and his refusal to accept the humiliation of his family. However, this moment of righteous indignation became the catalyst for a profound spiritual transformation. Allah, in his infinite wisdom and mercy, guided Hamzah's heart towards the truth of Islam. What began as an act of familial loyalty soon blossomed into a deep and abiding faith in Allah and His Messenger. Hamzah's acceptance of Islam was a significant turning point for the early Muslim community. His courage, strength, and status among the Quraysh provided a much-needed boost to the morale of the believers. No longer would the Muslims be seen as a defenseless group. They now had a powerful ally in Hamzah, whose mere presence deterred many of the Quraysh from their acts of aggression.